Have you ever noticed how starting a goal feels so exciting, but finishing it, that feels like dragging yourself through the mud?
You plan it out, you get the new planner, you make the color-coded to-do list, but somewhere around the halfway mark, it fizzles.
And here's the thing. You're not lazy and you're definitely not unmotivated.
You're just human and your brain is wired to love beginnings, but not so much the middle or the end.
In today's episode, we're diving into the psychology of goal completion.
Why it's harder to finish than it is to start, what's going on neurologically, and how you can use science-backed strategies to finally follow through.
Especially if you're a type A woman who's used to doing it all.
But also secretly overwhelmed, burnt out, and wondering why your to-do list never actually ends.
So let's take a minute and talk about the science of starting. When you start something new, your brain gets this hit of dopamine, that feel-good neurotransmitter tied to motivation and reward.
It's that anticipation of success. It's the chemically rewarding, according to Dr. Andrew Huberman, anticipation spikes dopamine more than the achievement itself.
And what this means is your brain is way more excited before the hard work begins. And once you get to that grind, your dopamine drops.
So the honeymoon phase of goals is real and it's designed to wear off.
And here's the thing, the middle is where the goals go to die. And that's not a character flaw. It's actually called the valley of disappointment.
Researchers in behavioral science say this valley happens when progress slows and results aren't immediately visible.
In one of my favorite books, James Clear's Atomic Habits, he calls it the plateau of latent potential. You're doing the work, but the results lag behind.
This is where the motivation dips, self-doubt creeps in, and our brains start craving novelty again. That's why starting another goal, shiny object syndrome, feels more fun than finishing the one you're in.
And if you're type A, this hits even harder because you thrive on progress, control, and most definitely outcomes.
But when progress isn't linear, because it never is, type A women tend to either double down into burnout mode, guilty, or ditch the goal entirely.
And this is where our 3 type A productivity patterns are really, really important.
The hustler powers through the overwhelm.
The overplanner gets stuck tweaking the system instead of doing the thing.
And the avoider ghosts the goal when it stops being exciting.
Sound familiar? It's not just you. It's how your brain reacts to discomfort.
So why is finishing so difficult?
First, let's talk about the Zeigarnik effect. It's a psychological principle that says incomplete tasks take up more mental space than completed ones.
That sounds like it would motivate us to finish, but actually it creates mental clutter. And that leads to anxiety and avoidance.
And then there's something called goal fatigue. Decision-making, delayed gratification, and self-regulation all drain our cognitive resources.
Which means the longer a goal takes, the more mentally exhausting it becomes, even if the tasks are simple.
Perfectionism plays a huge role in this too. For type A women, the fear of not finishing perfectly can feel worse than the fear of not finishing at all.
So we subconsciously self-sabotage. We delay, we say it's not the right time, and the goal fades away. My personal favorite is, I'm just playing with this to see if it takes off.
All right, so what actually works though?
The answer isn't more motivation. It's better structure.
And research from Stanford University shows that implementation intentions, the practice of specifying when, where, and how you'll take action, increase the follow through by up to, and you're not going to believe this, 91%.
And goal tracking systems that show incremental progress light up the brain reward center. It reinforces the habit loop.
In our 90-day goal accelerator, we teach goal setting that is front-loaded with clarity and embedded with feedback loops.
You need short-term milestones that tie to long-term outcomes. You need built-in accountability that's consistent and not emotional.
And more importantly, you need to know your type. If you're an avoider, your strategy has to combat emotional discouragement.
Whew, so True. And Overplanner, you need to stop perfecting the plan and just ship it.
And hustlers, you need checkpoints that force you to reflect so you don't crash with burnout without seeing the results.
So here's what you can do today. 1, break your goal into milestones that are no more than 2 weeks apart. 2, build a weekly reset ritual to review wins, blocks, and next actions. 3, track progress visually. Even a simple chart can retrain your brain to associate effort with reward. 4, find a system of accountability or a community that isn't your inner critic.
And one more thing, decide what done looks like right now.
Most goals fail because we never define the finish line.
Is it a number, a launch, a yes from a client?
Whatever it is, name it. Otherwise, your brain will keep moving the goalpost.
Name it and claim it, baby.
Name it and claim it.
Starting is easy and finishing is an art.
But it's an art that you can be taught and practiced and mastered.
Especially when you understand how your brain works against you and how structure can work for you.
We'll be breaking down more practical systems as we go here on the channel.
Unless we start a new one first. Just kidding.
Or are we?